There's the opening kickoff from IMG Academy. IMG in the all blues going left to right. Ball crossed in early. Kyle Nelson with the header. Avert disaster initially, but the ball only cleared out to the top of the box where there was a foul whistled. Roberto de Lima. IMG right away with a dangerous opportunity here to threaten the goal of Paulo Pita and your village's SC Buffaloes. Right-footed shot, got through the wall, then took a deflection off of an IMG player. Charlie Novath had come up to take that free kick. Paulo Pita, Antonio Rodriguez, dispossessed by Matt Leashurst. Tries to play all the way in, but Pita aware. Comes out to collect it at the top of the 18-yard box. William Pereira. Carlos Vitor lays off. Out wide here. Rodriguez and back into Vitor. De Lima on to Vitor. Vitor in the middle of the pitch. A ball chipped over the top. Gets beyond Carlos Vitor. He and Antonio Rodriguez both down in the corner for it. Carlos Vitor controls. Lays off to Rodriguez. Left foot. Ball swung in. Guided away. Wesley Pereira tries to play wide. Archie Masson wins the ball, but the whistle goes, and Masson given an early yellow card. Won the ball, but got enough of body there that the referee whistles a foul and offers up a yellow card. Ball into the box. Paulo Pita comes out and wins it. Carlos Vitor. Now he's fouled from behind. And the Village's SC Buffalo are saying, hey, look, you pulled out a card for the first challenge in which ball was actually gotten, and you let a tackle from behind just ride. De Lima. Oh, Carlos Vitor, beautiful ball on. De Lima! On the left foot, but pushed wide. Great ball over the top by Carlos Vitor to spring Roberto de Lima, who had made a great run forward. Goal scoring opportunity goes for naught there. Paul Syme plays the ball in. It's given away. Now ball forward. Antonio Rodriguez now here on the near sideline. Carlos Vitor again. Foul. Roberto de Lima inside to Oliveira. De Lima, advantage played on. Carlos Vitor off the crossbar. Now IMG look to counter here. Ball over the top. Kyle Nelson. Miles Miles Inglis, excuse me, offering pressure there. De Lima. Carlos Vitor, great ball through. Carlos Araujo. Whistle for the offsides. Now Paul Syme. Out wide to Charlie Novath. Syme and De Lima battle. De Lima wins the ball. De Lima continues on with it. Syme rides him off there. De Lima asking for the call, but doesn't receive it. Ball in. Miles Inglis touches on. Kyle Nelson with the foul there. I believe Jamie McGinnis is wearing number 4. Ball struck early by Jacob Goodell. Defended by the Villages. It'll go out of play for a corner kick. Ball bouncing into the box. Gio Oliveira finally gets it clear. Carlos Vitor, excuse me. Gives chase Paul Syme. A little too quickly. Goes out of play. William Pereira. Roberto De Lima. And it's got Antonio Rodriguez on the switch. Rodriguez has got an acre of space in front of him, but can't run that ball down. Good idea. Ball goes out of play. Or it stays in. Now finally rolls out of play. Villages throw. Pereira takes early. Carlos Araujo. Pereira, the overlapping Rodriguez, ball given to him. Off the left foot, that ball swung in. It stays up there for a minute. Alex Gott able to pull it down. He wants to play early. Sees an opportunity there. Matt Leashurst. Excuse me, that was Kevin Walker. William Pereira. Roberto De Lima. Now Archie Masson works forward. That ball in. Carlos Vitor pulls it down. Unable to get a shot on goal. Great ball by Masson into the box. Vitor able to pull it down, but can't do the dirty work. Now IMG back with Paul Syme. Looks to switch the field. Gets over to Ian McCauley. That ball out wide. Kyle Nelson just plays it out of danger. Ball's intended for Jason Collister. like Collister and Walker up top will be the threats here for IMG. Ball off the left foot, swung in. Comes down. Ball hit into the chest or arm of Kyle Nelson. Jamie McGinnis tries to swing that ball in. It's cut out. Now by the Village's defense. That ball is just hammered long. The wind holds it up. Carlos Araujo able to win that strongly in the air. Turns and plays that ball on to Carlos Vitor. One-on-one situation here. Should be an advantage to Vitor's speed. Able to get by for just a moment. But credit to Logan Moriarty, who's able to work back and just get a touch on it. Ball goes out of play for a Village's corner kick. Maybe Carlos Vitor tried to take advantage of his quickness and speed a little bit earlier in that moment. Nevertheless, it'll be a Village's corner kick. Carlos Vitor look to play this into the box. That's long and hangs up. Carlos Araujo was there, but IMG able to win it, at least for a moment. Masson, good run by him. The effort in the end, though. Whether it was a shot or cross, certainly not the desired result. Alex Scott in goal for IMG will get ready to take this goal kick. Scott gets the right foot into it. That ball won in the air by William Pereira. McGinnis, though, hits it long. Walker. Leashurst hits that ball towards the box. That comes off the arm of an IMG player. Miles Inglis. Masson on it. Tries to turn. De Oliveira and Masson try to win it back. Wesley Pereira offers some help as well, but IMG, Inglis, he finally fell. He's whistled for the foul against Wesley Pereira. Miles Inglis whistle for that one there. Village's supporters and coaching staff still a little bit curious why a yellow was awarded early to Archie Masson, but then after a series of fouls by IMG, still no cards to show. Roberto de Lima, if we get that ball into William Pereira, but IMG now tries to work back. Masson tries to cut that in. De Oliveira with the touch over a defender's foot, but Alex got able to come and get it. Again, the bulk of the early opportunities here in the favor of the Village's SC. Even testing the woodwork earlier off a right-footed shot by Carlos Vitor. But IMG now tries to build from the back. Paul Syme. Jamie McGinnis wants to switch. That ball not good enough. It's turned over. The Villagers look to counter quickly. Pereira tries to squeeze through. Jamie McGinnis able to win that ball. Leashurst, excuse me. Walker wants to play Leashurst in. Iago Lopez gets it over to Paulo Pita, who plays long. Antonio Rodriguez with the flick on. McGinnis equal to it. Roberto de Lima picks off a lazy pass. Now de Lima in. De Lima cuts inside. Moriarty cuts inside. Another defender. The shot cut out. IMG being put to the fire here on the back four. Ian McCauley making that play. but some tentative moments certainly for the back four of IMG. Now Carlos Vitor outside the right foot looking for Carlos Araujo. Kevin Walker out here on the right wing by himself, looks to swing in. Wesley Paredes there, able to head that ball back to Paulo Pita. Now De Oliveira. De Lima has done quite well today thus far. And the Villages seem quite content possessing the ball for a little bit here. Ball's played in. Araujo laid back. Poor ball from him. And it's turned over. Paul Syme to Walker. Back onto Syme. Syme gets a touch towards goal. Pereira slides and misses Syme towards the middle of the box. Iago Lopez. Low is there. Be an IMG corner. Charlie Horvath, Jamie McGinnis, and Ian McCauley all work their way into the box. McGinnis, the run to the back post, headed out. Roberto De Lima, McCauley offering the pressure. De Lima spins him around. McCauley just decides to foul instead. Gives him, the rest of his back four, a chance to get back to where they're supposed to be. Iago Lopez, De Oliveira. Cal Nelson's got some space in front of him. He'll play to Wesley Pereira, back on to Paulo Pita. Pizza surveys, just leave it. William Pereira. Now Iago Lopez will gallop forward. Plays on to Archie Masson. Archie Masson, a couple defenders with him, lays on back. Ball back into De Lima towards the middle of the pitch. Switches open, finally hits it. Bending ball with the left foot. Just gets beyond. Antonio Rodriguez will go out of play for an IMG throw. Jamie McGinnis. Leasthurst all the way back to Moriarty. Moriarty, the right foot, gets away. Antonio Rodriguez, big throw in. Carlos Araujo. Inside to Carlos Vitor, but that ball doesn't find its target. McCauley now. All the way back to Gott. Gott plays long. Leasthurst wins that in the air. Referee came back as Leasthurst was fouled on the original header. Tried to play advantage, but there was none, so the ball's called back. Logan Moriarty just play an easy ball over. Jamie McGinnis. McGinnis ball into the box. Jason Collister lays the ball off. McGinnis made a run forward, tries to swing it in. Antonio Rodriguez blocks it down. Be a throw. McGinnis will take it. Play to the feet. Jason Collister turns, right foot. Shot or a cross, but either way, Paulo Pita comes up with it. Pita will put it on the deck now. Just play in the center of the field there. Wesley Pereira out wide. Antonio Rodriguez. Carlos Vitor. Nice give and go with Wesley Pereira. Tries to slide Carlos Araujo through. The credit the back four of IMG. He's been tested but not beaten. As a matter of fact, trouble there. Paulo Pizza off his line. That ball played over. Collister has... That was Miles Inglis with an open goal for at least a moment. Unable to pull the trigger, and once he finally did, the Villages had players back. Probably the best true scoring opportunity there for IMG in this first half. The Villages have had a few, but remain knotted at 0-0. Left-footed cross, takes a deflection, ball's in the air. A full volley attempt by Matt Leasthaupt, excuse me. Doesn't find its target. McGinnis. Leasthaupt. Oh, that ball headed over the top of the goal. Jason Collister. In the 22nd minute, the score remains 0-0. A couple of opportunities over the last couple minutes for IMG, but for the most part, scoring opportunities dominated by the Villages SC, including a ball that had beaten goalkeeper from IMG, Alex Scott, by Carlos Vitor, but unable to beat I think now we're finally going to see the yellow card that the Villages have been clamoring for. William Pereira wins the ball, and to stop the counterattack, Jason Collister basically gives him a WWE tackle, but still no card. See yellow cards given for much less than that. Roberto de Lima back. Jamie McGinnis able to win that ball. Only for a moment though, and it goes out of play. Now a throw in. Carlos Vitor. Carlos Araujo. Araujo back. Pereira. De Oliveira. Moriarty. Referee letting the ball be played. Oh, now that's an intentional handball. Now, at some point here, to stop the advancing ball, he reached up over his head to touch it. At some point, I mean, there's been enough fouls. I think this will be the first one. All right, in fairness, that was a long time coming. Now William Pereira. We'll just play the ball backwards. Kyle Nelson back onto Pereira. Pereira goes over the top. Antonio Rodriguez there. Rodriguez with McGinnis in front of him, tries to get it to the middle of the box. Moriarty heads it away. Looks like Walker now into Collister. Leasthaupt back onto Collister. Walker tries to sneak Leasthaupt through. Wesley Pereira directing traffic for Kyle Nelson. Kyle wants to go it alone, then decides to play to the middle, almost gives up a dangerous ball into the box. Instead, it'll go out of play for an IMG throw. Oh, ball went away there by Carlos Vitor, able to keep it in just for a moment, though. Long switch there. Antonio Rodriguez, one touches it on to Carlos Araujo. whistle for the foul on Moriarty, or excuse me, no, the call was offsides on the original ball through. Great ball by William Pereira in. Carlos Araujo just a step beyond the final defender. Moriarty out to McGinnis. That ball thrown long. Because of the crown of the field, will go out for a throw-in. Antonio Rodriguez. Gets it into Carlos Araujo. Kevin Walker continues on into the box. Yago Lopez offers the defense. Ball's cut across the middle of the box, right through the front of the goal. IMG still with it. Chips it back into the box. But it rolls all the way to Paulo Pizza, but a dangerous moment, second dangerous moment there for IMG, but nobody there to capitalize on it. Kevin Walker standing strong against the challenges of the Village's defenders. Created that opportunity, but nobody was there to capitalize upon it. Now Paulo Pizza picks it up in front of Jason Collister and distribute to Yago Lopez. Who wants to play long? Carlos Araujo just lets it ride over his head. Jamie McGinnis is there. McGinnis will get it into the middle to Moriarty. Back to Alex Scott, who's had to take a couple steps back. It's a little bit awkward for him to get a real good foot through that, and a little bit fortunate to be able to get that ball out of harm's way. Antonio Rodriguez wants to play early, and he'll play long. William Pereira. It's Moriarty offers the challenge there. Rodriguez will take this throw from a more advanced position. Maybe an opportunity to get some guys into the box. Rodriguez instead goes short. Carlos Vitor now flipped back over to Vitor, who's got Paul Syme defending. Syme able to get a toe on it. And Rodriguez inside Carlos Araujo. Goes to the top of the box. Roberto de Lima from the 18-yard box, ridden off of it. The referee says cleanly, and play continues on. Archie Masson on the far side of the field. Ball almost gets away from him. He's able to get it back. Lays off Carlos Vitor off the right foot over the crossbar. So Roberto de Lima was about to pull the trigger from about 18 yards out. Squarely in the middle of the goal. Bumped off. Referee thought enough ball was played, if any. Allowed play to continue on. It resulted in a shot from a little further distance. Carlos Vitor, that ball over the top. That ball played in, oh! Whistle for the offsides, but probably wasn't by much. Moriarty reaches up with his hands after Carlos Vitor able to dispossess him of the ball. If you're Carlos Vitor there, knowing that the referee's not been quick to call fouls against IMG here at their home stadium, you may want to continue on that run and fight through it. The next opportunity, Carlos Vitor, De Lima, Araujo flipped over the top. Carlos Vitor well in an offside position. That'll be the easiest one the referee will call all day. Moriarty wants to start early. Gets it over to McGinnis. Jamie McGinnis plays long, too long. Paulo Pizza camps underneath it. Jacob Goodale. To offer some pressure there. Lopez. Now Nelson. William Pereira into the middle. Carlos Araujo. He'll shield Moriarty off. Pereira, Rodriguez, Araujo. Into De Oliveira, who lays it off. De Lima attacking. Cuts back inside, lays on through. De Oliveira beaten to it by Alex Gott. Another great opportunity for the Villages SC. But still nothing to show for it. Kyle Nelson wins that ball in the air. De Lima and Paul Syme battle. Lieshout. That ball tries to squeeze through. Miles Inglis tried to thread a needle there, but it's cut out by the Villages SC. Wesley Pereira. Now De Lima. Switch to Antonio Rodriguez. Finally seen. Kyle Nelson. Roberto De Lima. Lieshout. Long switch attempted there. Charlie Novath able to win it away. Now IMG on the run. Charlie Novath has continued on. Gets two hands to the middle of the back. That ball goes out of play for a corner kick. And referee telling Villages players he don't want to hear anything. But over 30 minutes in the game, you got to recognize the referee's going to let the physical stuff go. You may want to adapt to it. Long ball played in beyond everybody. Wind probably helped carry that thing a little farther than he had originally hoped, and it went out of play. For now, Villages throw. Antonio Rodriguez take. Looks to go long. The wind holds that up. Jamie McGinnis able to win it in the air. Now Villages headed out of play. Jamie McGinnis with the throw. Kevin Walker lays it back to McGinnis. McGinnis with the right foot. That hangs up. Jason Collister, I believe, the intended target there. Paulo Pito will win it, and he'll play long. Carlos Vitor, a beneficiary of two IMG players colliding into each other, but Vitor can't get the first touch right. Unfortunate there. For players so gifted, that's one he will certainly want to have back. As two IMG defenders miscommunicated, collided into each other, let a Carlos Vitor in unabated, and his first touch let him down. Found the ball all the way back to Alex Gott, and still we're knotted at 0. William Pereira out wide. Antonio Rodriguez got some space here with the left foot, plays it back into the box. Paul Syme gets it as far as Roberto De Lima. De Lima able to keep possession there. De Oliveira bumped off the ball. Charlie Horvath is down. Ball played in. De Oliveira. William Pereira hit that shot there. Charlie Horvath still on the ground there. Alex Gott just plays it over the touchline so that he can receive some medical attention. game here that can be described by missed opportunities on both sides, really. IMG's had a couple of really good opportunities, but the Villages has had more, but nobody yet able to find the back of the net. Carlos Vitor for the Villages, the author of many of those scoring opportunities, including one that hit the crossbar, and then the one just moments ago in which his first touch let him down inside the box, but another great scoring opportunity. And IMG Academy's had a couple of balls inside the box that could have been very, very dangerous had somebody found themselves on the end of it. So we remain at 0-0 here from IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Appreciate you watching the feed on villagesSC.com. Charlie Horvath gets to the sideline there. Horvath receives medical attention. IMG's going to play with a man down as guys are warming up on the other side of the pitch. Be a situation where the coaching staff can see whether or not Horvath is able to continue on, but the way he came off and with the training staff looking at him, I don't think that's going to be a possibility. And Horvath, somebody made some pretty good runs down the sideline. Carlos Vitor held it one step too many. That ball over to Jamie McGinnis. Jamie McGinnis now with Carlos Vitor, excuse me, William Pereira, able to ride him off the ball. De Oliveira to Lopez. Really hot day down here in Bradenton. William Pereira, Rodriguez inside. Carlos Vitor, Carlos Araujo tries to flip it back to him, but IMG's defensive center back's able to cut that out. And once again, turned over. Kevin Walker tries to play back. Goodale now will go forward. Ball attempted for Miles Inglis. Never gets there. Looks like that sub is going to happen. Toby Howe is going to come in for Charlie Horvath. Norvath, excuse me. Wesley Pereira. Carlos Araujo. Now William Pereira. Antonio Rodriguez. Araujo. Strong run there. Tries to play it out wide. Carlos Vitor will be able to get to it, I believe. He does. And he's got runners in the box. That ball's chipped far. Little too much. I think an instance there where the wind was a detriment rather than a help as that ball continued to carry on beyond Carlos Araujo, who was free at the back post. Another opportunity gone begging for the Villages SC. Alex Scott. Roberto de Lima whistle for the foul on Paul Syme. Syme will play early to Inglis. Kevin Walker dispossessed. Now the Villages look like they may want to get forward quickly. De Lima. Archie Masson, that ball inside. Moriarty gets ahead to it. And it looked like it could have been an opportunity for Carlos Araujo inside the middle of the box. Instead, the Villages will have a corner kick. We're in the 42nd minute here, late in the first half. William Pereira, left-footed in-swinger, gets beyond Wesley Pereira, but it's back out to William. Now left foot in. That ball headed straight up, just outside the 18, a little bit of miscommunication. De Oliveira flicks on. Another ball played out about half field here. Iago Lopez, who gets it forward though. Antonio Rodriguez, his left foot. That ball turned over inside the box. We're just beyond the box now. Now Paul Syme able to get it. Gives it forward to Kevin Walker. Kevin Walker wants a foot race. Iago Lopez. Iago Lopez again. Kevin Walker, that's the second time. Oh, shot and saved. Paulo Pita. Give credit to Kevin Walker. That's the second time he's taken a physical bump out here on the right wing, able to keep his feet and create a dangerous ball across the middle of the box. That one found an IMG attacker at the end of it, but Paulo Pita equal to the task, better than the task as a matter of fact, keeping that ball out of the net. That clearly the best opportunity for IMG in this first half. Archie Masson now in the box. He pulls it back. Carlos Araujo, goal! You felt a goal was coming, and it has arrived in the form of a great ball by Archie Masson. The run carries him to the end line. He cuts it back across the grain. Carlos Araujo is there for the one-touch right-footed strike that found the bottom corner of the net. A goal that the Villages have been working on here throughout the entire first half has finally come. And your score, the Villages SC 1, IMG Academy 0. The 44th minute. Certainly elation on one side and deflation on the other side. You give up a goal that late in the half. It's been end-to-end for the last 10 to 15 minutes as well. IMG would feel pretty let down that they don't actually have one to show for it after that last attempt on goal, which was created by Kevin Walker down the flank. Jason Collister chests it down. Now Collister from outside the box tries to answer right back, but into the receiving chest of Paulo Pita. Will wait patiently for some pressure to pick up the ball. Kevin Walker obliges, and now Pita will play out. He'll play low and fast. Moriarty cuts that away. Now it's back on Moriarty. Carlos Vitor comes in to win it. Araujo lays back to De Lima. De Lima. Pereira. Araujo. McCauley doing some hard work there. Oh, Inglis. Referee whistles play on. Wesley Pereira. Now De Oliveira looks to turn. He'll hold. William Pereira. De Oliveira. Out wide now. Masson. Back on to Lopez. Pereira. Lopez the switch. Now Rodriguez gave a poor ball, but was able to get it right back. Now Pereira back to Rodriguez. Big tackle coming. That was Toby Howe. Was measuring. Rodriguez the entire time for that tackle. Jamie McGinnis with the throw. Kyle Nelson, big header, one away. Those whistles there signify the end of the first half, an entertaining one, regardless of what side you're pulling for. Goal opportunities for each side, but only one taken. And that was by the Villages SC. Carlos Arujo off the assist by Archie Masson. We'll be back for the second half of the Villages. SC taking on IMG Academy. Your score at halftime, Villages 1, IMG Academy 0. as we get ready for the kickoff of the second half. Appreciate you once again joining us as we stream live on thevillagesSC.com. As we do each and every day, we'll try to keep you up to date on the substitutions when we spot them. We don't have the luxury of somebody telling us exactly how or if the lineups change, but as we see some stuff, we'll certainly pass it on to you. It's like Ryan Scheiderman may have in fact checked in to this game for IMG Academy, placing Matt Lieshout. We're underway here in the second half. Villages SC with the ball. Carlos Vitor lets the Oliveira in. Carlos Araujo gets a touch to it. That's Toby Howe. That ball's turned over by Kevin Walker, but then works hard to get it back. Kevin Walker has been equal to the task physically all day long, creating the two best opportunities for IMG in the attacking third. That ball played long. Schneiderman, gets a touch on it. Kevin Walker again. Oh, cuts back inside Yago Lopez. Yago Lopez, though, comes back to win that ball. Get it out of play for a corner kick. Again, Kevin Walker certainly been the architect of the more dangerous plays for IMG thus far this afternoon. Miles Ingles lays the ball all the way back to Jacob Goodale. Roberto de Lima able to defend that. Toby Howe. Roberto de Lima wins that ball away. Carlos Araujo back on to de Lima. De Lima's in. De Lima's beyond the last defender, in on a one-on-one. Cuts it across the box to Carlos Vitor. As Alex Gott came down to chop down the angle. Maybe a tad bit too unselfish there for de Lima. So that scoring opportunity goes away. But now another one. Pereira lays back to Carlos Araujo. Carlos Araujo with the brace. His second goal of the afternoon. William Pereira, after IMG turned it over after the initial scoring opportunity, wins it back. Drives down into the box and then cuts it back to a waiting Carlos Araujo, who has scored his second goal of the game. Advancing the scoreline now to 2-0 in favor of the Villages SC. Couple of scoring opportunities in successive order there for the Villages SC, and it was the second one that was finally taken. Jason Collister and Ryan Scheiderman will look to start this. McCauley to McGinnis now. Ball out wide. What everybody thought was going to be a cross turned into a shot by Kevin Walker, and that's turned away by Paulo Pita. Big punch by Pita, but he's collided. His ribs exposed. Big collision there inside the 6-yard box. Pita down. Looks like maybe Jacob Goodale's down as well. Looking to spot a number there. Another substitute to alert you to. Looks like Logan Moriarty checked out of the game. And Zion Gray is in. It is, in fact, Jacob Goodale down for IMG and Paulo Pita in the goal down for the Villages SC. There was a violent collision between the two. Pizza being helped back to his feet. He's able to win that ball with a strong punch. But with that punch leaving his ribs exposed, and Goodale still down, and Pizza offering, if for nothing else, maybe kind words. As Goodale now gets himself to his feet. Training staff accompanies him to what may in fact be the sidelines. Jacob Goodale stays in the game. Took a shot to the quad or something. It looks like he's limping a tad bit. Toby Howell does the right thing and just plays it back to Wesley Pereira. After the drop ball was given there, play was halted when the Villages had possession because of the two injured players on the field. Now ball all the way back to Pizza. Wants to show off his touch. Archie Masson heads on to De Oliveira. Now ball back in. Masson, nice little turn by him. Unfortunately, the ball not as quality. Toby Howell cuts in, and he's cut down. The referee blew no whistle on Masson, but instead gave the foul against IMG in the box. As Kyle Nelson hit the deck. Pizzo looked to set it down. Your score 2-0 in favor of the Villages SC. A brace, 2 goals by Carlos Arujo. He's had himself quite the day. De Oliveira finds the feet of Arujo, who's been strong all afternoon. Masson, Carlos Vitor, now Pereira. Back in, De Oliveira tries to put Arujo through for his third, but he's whistled off sides. He's got 2 on the day, and a lot of threatening runs that were whistled off sides. At least a handful, maybe even more. That ball over the top. Ryan Scheiderman. Apparently that ball was handled by a Villages defender. Now the referee saying wait for the whistle. They're going to give 10 yards here. Paulo Pita asking for a wall. Right now it's only got 2 guys in it. That's apparently all he wants is IMG tries to bring runners forward. Paul Syme will join the mix. Ryan Scheiderman all by himself at the top of the box. That's the play. Scheiderman off the left foot. Never even gets beyond the first line of defenders. Ball chipped over the top. Kevin Walker. Back to Syme. Oh, excuse me. That was Gray. Zion Gray tries to play Walker back in, but he's offsides. Kyle Nelson plays back to Pizza. Pizza. Always a moment of trepidation when the ball is played back to a goalkeeper and the striker offers up pressure. Masson could cut in. Pereira to De Oliveira, who was offsides. But great passing there between the Village's SC players. Now Paul Syme. Goodale, the near side, inside. Walker lets it ride. Collister. Walker on the advantage, takes a shot, but it deflects off of a Village's defender easily into the arms of Paulo Pizza. William Pereira. Now Carlos Vitor with it. Vitor has the overlapping run, decides to keep it, plays into Carlos Araujo, laid back off. Carlos Vitor, one man to beat, beats him with pace, left foot shot, and that's a goal! Carlos Vitor gets in on the act. Has the third goal for the Village's SC. Great passing, which broke down IMG defensively. And a little bit of pace goes a long way for Carlos Vitor, as he had a bunch of opportunities in the first half, unable to capitalize on any of those, but here in the second half has made no mistake about this one. Puts it away, and now the Village is up 3-0 over IMG Academy. 2 goals for Carlos Araujo and 1 now for Carlos Vitor. During the celebration, I believe Jacob Goodale was substituted out for Grant Moon now. That ball flicked on. Kevin Walker, who's been dangerous all day, gets it to the end line. But credit Iago Lopez, equal to the task. That ball never even makes it to Pizza. Now Ryan Scheiderman gets over this corner kick. Scheiderman asks for the runs, gets them. That ball, Jason Collister with the flicked on header that found the back post, not the inside of it though. Then in a moment of panic, the ball played out across the end line. It'll be another corner kick. IMG's not been without their chances today. That just the latest. That corner swung in. Wesley Pereira wins that. But again, out of play for another corner kick. Miles Inglis. Will take this corner. Right foot. In swinger. Inglis again. That ball in. Pizza comes out, snatches it away. And then wants to play long. And he's got a guy. That's Carlos Vitor. Score of the last goal. Breaks through again. Carlos Vitor's got help in the middle. Will he give it? He tries to. But that's cut out by an IMG defender. What could have easily been 4-0 there. That ball outside of the boot. Attempt there by Howe. Carlos Araujo chopped down by Jamie McGinnis. Carlos Araujo, a large man. You got to work hard to chop him down. The referee now coming over to have a conversation with Jamie McGinnis. was adamant and he didn't touch him at all. Now the referee a lot of talk on the pitch today. Pereira inside the Araujo, back on. Now back to Araujo, but just a little too heavy. Alex Scott. He's been beaten twice in this second half thus far. 3-0 the score line. That ball turned over to Araujo. Now De Lima. Araujo back into De Lima, but that ball not good enough. McCauley offering chase. Wesley Pereira plays it to Carlos Vitor. Vitor out wide. Antonio Rodriguez with a strong run there. But IMG defender able to get a toe on it. It goes out of play for a corner kick. Carlos Vitor looks like he'll work his way to the flag to take it. A lot of contact in the middle. The referee's got his eyes all over it. Vitor, right foot in swinger, punched out strongly. All the way out. Archie Masson now. Got a little time. And just touches into the middle. Then chips in. That ball intended for Carlos Araujo. But a little too much played upon it. Paul Syme now in the middle. He and De Lima in a battle for it now. Here's De Oliveira, right foot, goal! Carlos Araujo, now the giver, as opposed to the receiver, adds an assist to his tally as Federico De Oliveira runs on the end of that ball and puts the 4th goal in this afternoon for the Villages SC. The second half has been all Villages SC. Paulo Pizza able to come get that one. Lopez. Rare poor ball from him. Archie Masson. Thought he was able to keep it in play, but was unable to. Now Graham Moon will take this throw for IMG. Back on to Paul Syme. Good ball in. Scheiderman to the top of the box off the right foot. Looks like Jamie McGinnis is going to come off for IMG. Jamie McGinnis and Ian McCauley both coming off. Both center backs coming off. Try to catch some numbers on the guys coming in. Get those to you momentarily. Enrico Barboto is on. Oh, excuse me, Jamie McGinnis still on the field. What it looks like was Ian McCauley was taken off. Paul Syme slides back into a center back position, and Enrique Barboto is playing in that 6th spot for IMG. Scheiderman unable to keep it. De Lima inside the Pereira. Pereira chips one IMG player, then plays it out wide to Antonio Rodriguez. Enrique Barboto on it now for IMG. Now De Lima and Pereira can't get to it. Gianluca Carboni, is in the game as well. I believe maybe he has checked in for Miles Ingles. Paul Syme will play all the way back. Alex Scott. Barboto was dispossessed there. Roberto De Lima. Paul Syme and De Lima. The referee says Syme got it ball. That ball played beyond the touchline for Village's throw. William Pereira evades Scheiderman. Arujo feeling it. A couple step over moves. De Oliveira, the author of the last goal. He and Barboto engaged there. Barboto able to win it away. Grant Moon now tries to switch the field. Instead finds Antonio Rodriguez. De Lima and Pereira not on the same page there. Carboni. Now that ball played long. Carlos Arujo, 1v3. The odds too much for him at that moment. So IMG will look to build now. Down 4 goals. If even entertaining the idea of coming back, their approach needs to be quite direct from this point forward. Carlos Vitor. William Pereira tries to flick on, gets it to Carlos Arujo. Arujo strong, holds off Paul Syme. Just for a moment, credit Syme for not quitting on that. Reaching around and getting a touch on. Now Kyle Nelson in the back. Rodriguez gives it up there on the sideline. Gianluca Carboni. Guinness and Syme. Been on the field all day for IMG, both those players now holding down the center back positions. That ball played out of play by Zion Gray. We'll just throw. It's Roberto De Lima now going to check off the field. Good day's work from him. It's going to be Pedro Gias. Now Moon in the middle. Gias gets his first touch. Finds William Pereira. Gias wants it back early. Carlos Vitor played through, but it's too heavy. Gray into Walker. Now Carboni, whose touch fails him at that moment. William Pereira, Carlos Vitor, Gias. Looking for the switch there, wasn't on. Decides to play back to Kyle Nelson. Clock the 12th teammate right now of the Villages SC, as they're up 4 goals. Iago Lopez. Couple steps forward. Archie Masson now. Relieve pressure all the way back to Kyle Nelson. Nelson with the switch. Antonio Rodriguez back onto Nelson. Villages seem quite content just keeping it. Oh, Pita. Again. Each time your goalkeeper is forced into that game, it becomes a hold your breath type moment. All the way back to Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson, the long switch. Great ball here. Archie Masson to Wesley Pereira. Gias. That ball gets away. And now IMG look to counter. Instead, they'll have to go back to Grant Moon. Ryan Scheiderman. Got Toby Howell in the middle, but works backwards. Grant Moon. Kevin Walker gets the ball forward. Zion Gray can't keep it. Now Wesley Pereira, some room in front of him. Pedro Gias. It was an easy one for the referee to see. So if we could hear it from here, you know he could hear it from 5 feet away. Gianluca Carboni. Shown the yellow card there. And Wesley Pereira plays early, too early for the referee's liking. See what's done delving out his discipline. Carlos Vitor coming all the way back to get it. Now Kyle Nelson again. Won't mind trying that long switch. Grant Moon steps in the way though. Wins it, but just for a moment. Now Paulo Pita. Kyle Nelson's switch that time. A little too strong, goes out of play for a throw, and now into Kevin Walker. He's been active all day. Gets the throw in, Ryan Scheiderman. Looks like the Villages may have fell asleep there for a moment, giving Scheiderman an opportunity inside the box, but it just gets by him a little bit. Enough for the Villages to get the ball cleared. De Oliveira, Wesley Pereira. Has Archie Masson out wide here. Masson asking for it, finally gets it. Iago Lopez just decided to play long. Carlos Vitor and Zion Gray hit a little battle, tussle for the ball. Vitor wins it. De Oliveira to the middle. Arujo. Gias. Pedro Gias has a streaking Archie Masson, and that ball just gets beyond him. I think it maybe snuck by him, a little surprised him a little bit. The pace that ball was rolling. Otherwise, he had a lot of acreage in front of him. Big Grant Moon. Substitute coming on for the Villages SC. It's Carlos Arujo, who's put in quite a day of work, 2 goals and an assist. Checking out. And Uziel Hernandez checks is in for the Villages SC. Grant Moon. Now Paul Syme. Alex Scott tries the long switch. William Pereira, bit of class there on the chest trap. Carlos Vitor can't keep it in. Now IMG look to do something with it. Jason Collister tries to play Scheiderman through. A pizza, always ready for that. Uziel Hernandez dispossessed there and sort of just sticks his foot in and brings down Enrique Barboto. Grant Moon off the left foot. Good switch out of him. Paulo Pizza able to come meet it though. Rodriguez. This ball forward. Ball switched in. They're looking for Uziel Hernandez, Paul Syme, and Alex Scott. Get to it. Ball pounded in the middle. Pedro Gias beaten to it by Grant Moon. Toby Howell cuts inside of Wesley Pereira. He goes down. Barboto. Paulo Pizza not happy with just letting IMG keep it. Now the ball out here to Grant Moon, who's got to go backwards. Ball Syme. Barboto chips in. Ball falls to Ryan Scheiderman. Toby Howell, the intended target of that ball, goes beyond the field of play. Paulo Pizza. We're in the 77th minute. A back heel there by Pedro Gias. IMG now looking to make something happen here. It was Kevin Walker. Gias. De Oliveira. Archie Masson able to pull this one down. Federico De Oliveira, scorer of our last goal to make it 4-0. Ball works all the way out. Carlos Vitor. William Pereira with the left foot. Alex Scott able to get two hands to it. And then nobody there for the follow, so he was able to reel it back in. William Pereira looking to add his name to the score sheet. Good ball out there. Jason Collister able to cut in. Jason Collister to the back post. But Paulo Pizza there. Thiago Lopez comes back and takes the ball from Paulo Pizza. Just plays it simply to the middle where Wesley Pereira will look to switch now. Antonio Rodriguez tries to bring it down. Continues his run. Now Antonio Rodriguez out on the left flank, tries to whip the ball in. Ball took a deflection, defended by IMG, and it goes out of play for a corner kick. Looks like we have another substitute coming on. Carlos Vitor comes off. And Kerry DaCosta coming on. Guy's got a little bit of size here. Headed down by Wesley Pereira and almost fell at the feet of DaCosta, who had checked in just moments earlier, but touched out of play by IMG. Archie Masson will come forward to take this throw. Masson comes inside. Finds Gias. Gias flicks on through. Uziel Hernandez, the target there, but had Hernandez had started his run just a smidge early, probably could have been in. Great ball by Pedro Gias, though. De Oliveira. Wesley Pereira. He wants DaCosta to move, but DaCosta gets the ball. Now IMG's got maybe an opportunity here, but unfortunately that ball not good enough. Now DaCosta running, making a move here. Grant Moon shields him off. Now Toby Howe. Well won away there by DaCosta. And now the Villages move forward again. William Pereira outside. Rodriguez back to Pereira. Hernandez lets it ride. Looks like we have another substitute coming in for the Villages SC. At least the referee's assistant's signaling such. Oh, looks like William Pereira. He's going to check off. And Rafael Melo comes on. Gray, Zion Gray in a foot race on the sideline there. Antonio Rodriguez offers some help. Uziel Hernandez, tackle, which puts the ball out of play. Be an IMG throw. What has been a hot day in Bradenton, Florida. Jamie McGinnis. That ball looked to have been turned over. What looked to be Kerry DaCosta. Kerry DaCosta thinking a moment about trying to beat Moon with pace. Cut back in and turn the ball over instead. Wesley Pereira asking players to move. Oh, Archie Masson. A little double touch there. Almost freed himself up. A breakaway to goal. Credit Jamie McGinnis, who's put in work all day long on that back line for IMG. Tony Rodriguez Look like Kevin Walker tied up amongst each other there. Now in the 85th minute, your score line, the Villages 4, IMG Academy 0. Just over 5 minutes left in this game. Gianluca Carbone. Pedro Gias on a 1v5 opportunity there, decides to bring it back. Kyle Nelson just plays through. Archie Masson's got a world of space in front of him now, and he's got some friends to join him. Kerry DaCosta now plays the middle. Oh, Wesley Pareda lets it ride. And that ball played through. Jason Collister's onside. Yago Lopez working all the way back. Yago Lopez not quitting on the play. Give credit there to Yago Lopez, who says we're up 4-0, but that clean sheet's important. And Jason Collister, effort there, but just bested at the moment. Remember, Jason Collister had a scoring opportunity earlier on a corner kick where the ball hit the post. Archie Masson, he and Toby Howe tangled up there. Howe forced to reach out and grab him. Another sub coming in. Chad Bowen Smith, it looks like, going to check in the game for Kyle Nelson. And Paulo Pita coming out of the game in goal. For Elijah Lastly. Elijah Lastly in goal for the Villages, along with Chad Bowen Smith now at center back. Rafael Melo. Federico de Oliveira, who's got a goal on the day. Oh, Elijah Lastly gets a touch to it. And he'll just play long, out of trouble. Kerry DaCosta. That ball's touched on by Grant Moon. Out of play for a throw. Wesley Pereira will go all the way back to Lastly again. Tries to play long. Oh, Paul Syme. That ball played through. Lastly able to get to it. Grant Moon plays back on to Alex Scott. The 88th minute. That ball won away by Uziel Hernandez. Pedro Gias out wide. Rafael Melo now. Right foot back onto Gias at the top of the box. Kerry DaCosta back to Gias. Gias probing, looking. Wesley Pereira back onto Gias now. He'll use Antonio Rodriguez. Instead, it'll just look like they will. It looked for a moment like they would be happy with just possession. Now they'll get a second chance at it. Wesley Pereira can't keep it. Ryan Scheiderman offers up the pressure there. That ball. Barboto is beaten there. Now Paul Syme's got to lay it back. Alex Scott. I think the referee there giving the benefit of the doubt to Paul Syme. The kind of call that you get the benefit of the doubt for when you're down 4-0. That ball over the top. Gianluca Carbone, excuse me. Off the left foot now. Tries to test Elijah Lastly. Kerry DaCosta now. He's got some room in front. We'll play Wesley Pereira. Pereira just will flip it back to Chad Bowen-Smith. Out wide, Antonio Rodriguez. That ball played all the way back to Gott. Now Gott will look to get this ball forward. Barboto all the way back to Gott. Now Paul Syme. Grant Moon. Over to Toby Howell. Toby Howell looks to play over the top. Jason Collister is there. But that ball a little too long for him. Those three whistles do signify 3 points in the favor of the Villages SC. A road win for the Buffaloes, and at the end of the season, can't tell you how important those 3 points, excuse me, can be in the standings as the playoff chase will heat up. We are done from the IMG Academy. Appreciate you watching this broadcast on thevillagesSC.com. Your final score once again from IMG, lovely Bradenton, Florida. The Villages SC Buffalo 4, IMG Academy 0.